guys, hi, very good evening to all of you and welcome to the sessions. This is your master teacher Harsh Priyam and I'm in front of all of you with a new topic of class 10 CBSE NCERT chapter 3rd, and this is the second session of chapter pair of linear equations in two variable. So how are you all guys doing? How's life going on for all of you? And how's the things going on in their COVID cases, means the COVID situation? So I pretty well know and understand, in fact, because I'm also able to feel that this COVID thing has gone too long and now we all want to be a little going to the offices or school or colleges so that we can also get charged up. You know guys, actually I'm also feeling the same thing. But anyways, we can't do anything right now until and unless the situation gets better outside, because it's not safe to be there. So no issues, we'll still wait. Maybe that sometime sooner it may get over and things may get into control. Okay, fine. So let's start our today's session. This session has been designed keeping in construct the basic mathematics. So that is in mind. So by the way, this session would be useful for both the students for basic mathematics as well as standard mathematics, because it is going to help both of them. Okay. So I would recommend all of you should watch it. Chalo, so let's start our today's session without wasting any much time. So I guess in the previous session we had already talked about the basic things of pair of linear equations in two variable. That is, what is the equation, what type of graph do we get? We get a straight line, then it intersects at the x-axis, so y is equals to 0. If you do x equals to 0, that is y-axis intersection, and so on, blah 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 thing. So now in today's session we'll be talking about purely algebra. Algebra means now we'll not be talking about anything about the graphs, but we'll be talking that if we have got two linear equations, one pair of linear equations in two variable, then how can we actually solve them to get the final answer? How can we actually get the solution? So that will be the point of discussion today's session. Fine. So there will be actually two methods, that is substitution method and elimination method. There used to be one more method, that is third method, cross multiplication method, but luckily this year that has been removed from the syllabus and the syllabus has been reduced. So Eureka, balle balle, you people are in benefit. Although, so means that cross multiplication, which used to be the toughest one, has been removed. So we'll be talking about these two only, isn't it? Chalo, let's start. So these are the steps. I would not recommend to, means I would not go with this written step. What I would do, I would simply explain you guys that what it actually means. Fine. So let's start. Here we go. So let's not get into this. Okay, wait a second. So it's not, it has just now started. So I know you will not understand, it's over. So this is about online education. And what about online education? So Vedantu has actually solved all the problems which you guys used to face in online education, like doubts, notes, test assignment, the schedule, the choice of competitive examinations, and apart from that, the choice of language as well. So these all problems were a very big problem till before. So, but now Vedantu has solved all of them for you guys, because the kind of love and support which you people show to Vedantu has jumped massively, leaps and bounds in numbers and number of students, the business and everything. And that's why it's time for Vedantu to repay you back. So that is why what Vedantu is doing, that Vedantu is offering all the students a single subscription. In that single subscription, you don't have to pay multiple times at multiple points. So the idea is that all these problems have been solved in Vedantu live sessions in Vedantu's own platform, that is Wave platform. And earlier student used to buy any one specific course. But right now what Vedantu has done, that Vedantu said that no, you don't need to buy one specific course. You just pay us a small amount that is called subscription fees. You can pay it monthly, you can pay it quarterly, you can pay it half annually, half yearly, or you can pay it yearly, annually. In all such situations, for whichever time you pay that amount, for that much particular time, you are entitled to take any sessions, any batch, any teacher, anytime. Means everything is open for all of you. Entire Vedantu is open for you, free of cost. So this is the change in the model which Vedantu has done for you guys only, seeing the kind of response which we were getting from you guys. So that's why all the live classes has been opened for all of the students. So you have to just take one subscription and then it's done. Second thing, again, all micro courses and crash courses have also been opened you don't have to pay for them as well. This is again a free of cost thing in that subscription itself. Although till last year these things used to be chargeable. So or even right now also, even if you right now you don't buy a subscription of Vedantu and you want to get into a micro course or a crash course, probably you'll have to pay the fees for these things. But right now you have to just pay for the live sessions, that is unlimited live courses, or one batch fees which you used to pay earlier. Right now you have to pay that, which is again a reduced and discounted thing. So already a discount, and over and above that, these all things are free of cost for you. So these all beautiful things Vedantu has done only for you guys, because you have made Vedantu what Vedantu is right now. So that's why, keeping this thing in mind, it's time for us to repay it back to you, and yes, we are repaying it. So these all things would be given to all of you in just one subscription. If you have to go for that subscription, what you need to do, you just need to go to this link which says vdnt.in, short form for Vedantu, /YT Pro. YT Pro. This is in small letters, this is in capital letters. Mind it, you also put it in the same way. Don't jumble the case. Don't make it capital letters or small letters, something like that. It may give you some bug. Above that, once you put all the details, you'll be getting the session details, you'll be asked few details, classes and target and all those things. Once you fill all of them, you'll be redirected to a page where you'll be shown the different subscription model, that is 1 month, 3 months, 6 month or 12 month. Whatever suits you, choose that option. Thereafter, you can apply this coupon code HPE Pro for getting an extra 15% discount over the existing discount. So already the prices which you will be able to see, they will be discounted already. But if you put this coupon code HPE Pro, you'll get an extra discount of 15% over that discounted price also. So again, Eureka kind of thing. So you can just put this coupon code. This is my personal coupon code HPE Pro. You can join all of our sessions using this code and using this link, and then balle balle Eureka. You're good to go and you're good to start the sessions. An awesome journey with Vedantu. Okay. So I'll be waiting for you guys there in live session. Now let's start with a question. Wait a second. Sorry. What happened? Yeah, this is the first question, guys. Now this question says, solve the following equation by substitution method. Okay, so I'll teach you what is substitution. See, substitution is pretty simple method, as what the name suggests. What is name suggesting? Name is suggesting substitution. One for another. One for another. You have to substitute. So, means, say for example, you have got first equation and second equation. Substitution means finding the value of one variable from any one of the equation and then putting that value to another equation. What I said, finding the value of one variable from any one of the equation and then putting it into another. That's what it means. Now say for example, you have got the first equation. Okay. In this first equation, you have got 2x minus y plus 3 equals to 0. Now what do you think? Which variable would be easy to be found? Would it be x or would it be y? I would say that it would be y. Why? Because if you send this minus y to this side, you will get 2x plus 3 is equals to y. Don't you think you got it pretty easily without even thinking twice? But on the contrary, if you would have tried the second equation, then it would have been really cumbersome. How cumbersome, I can show you. So say for example, you want to find x or y, whatever you find. So say for example, if you find 3x, you will write 7y sending to that side, 10 to that side, minus 10, and hence finally you will get x is equals to 7y minus 10 upon 3, which is not looking so happy term, isn't it? Because if you will be substituting this in the first equation, you will have to actually fight to get the answer, isn't it? So that's why I would not suggest you to go with this method, means go with this value. Rather, this is an easier version. Go with this one. So what do you have to do? Just let's remove this. Here, so what you need to do actually, you have got the value of y, but you have got it from the first equation. So you need to put this value in the second equation. So in the second equation, what you're going to do is 3x minus 7. In place of y, what you will write? 2x plus 3. So this is 2x plus 3 and then plus 10 is equals to 0. Cool? Cool. Now this is what we have got. 3x minus 7 into 2. That is minus 14x. So we will get 3x minus 14x. And then minus 7 into 3, that is minus 21. So we have got minus 21 and then plus 10 equals to 0. Fine, fine. We have got 3x minus 14x minus 21 plus 10, that is minus 11 here, and 3 minus 14 is again minus 11x equals to 0. I don't think that now it's a tough thing, not at all. So x, very easily you will get x is equals to minus 1. So once you have got x is equals to minus 1, you can actually put this value here and you can find out the y. So y will be equals to 2 into minus 1, minus 2. So 3 minus 2, value would be 1. Eureka! Balle balle. We got the answer so easily. So this method is actually called as substitution method. What you did, you actually found the value of one variable from one of the equation and you substituted this value to the another equation. That is what you did. Okay. So once you have got this, it's cool, man. It's easy, isn't it? Chalo. So if you all have understood this one, let's move on to the next question. And before that, let's see the solution as well. So minus 1 and 1, that is the answer. Okay. Moving ahead, here's the next question. The next question says that solve the following equations by substitution again. So see, one thing you have to always remember, understand here at the same time, many a times you will be given these type of equations. So here you will have to take this call on your own personally that which equation should you choose. So say for example, if you choose first equation, from here you can get the value of x or y, whatever, very easily. But say for example, if you choose the second equation, don't you think it is already looking so cumbersome? It won't be easy to find the value of x or y, isn't it? So that's why we would not be choosing the second equation. Let's choose the first one. So here I would like to have the value of x. So I can send this y to this side. So we will have y plus 3. Cool. Simple. So if we got x is equals to y plus 3, very easily I can put it in the second equation. But before putting it in the second equation, let's make the second equation look a little beautiful. So the second equation is right now x by 3 plus y by 2 equals to 6. You have to take the LCM. So this will become 2x plus 3y, and in the denominator you will get 3 2s are 6, isn't it? So I am assuming that you are understanding that in the denominator 6 which you will get, you can actually cross multiply it here. So I will be doing it directly. And let's write it here is equals to 6 6 36. Fine. This is my second equation. Now I can very easily put the value of x, which is y plus 3 here. So let's put it 2 into y plus 3 and then plus 3y equals to 36. Fine. 2 into y, that is 2y plus 3y. So 2y plus 3y is 5y. Okay. And then 2 3s are 6. So that is 6 equals to 36. So 5y is equals to 5y plus 6 is equals to 36. You can send this 6 to that side. So if you can send 6 to that side, you will get 5y is equals to 36 minus 6, that is 30, and hence y will be equals to 6. Balle balle. Okay. Y equals to 6. Once we have got y equals to 6, put the value 6 here. 6 plus 3 is 9. Hence you get x is equals to 9. Eureka? We got it? Isn't it? Chalo, if you all got it, let's see the solution and thereafter move on to the next question. So x is equals to 9 and y is equals to 6. The same what we also got. Okay? Chalo. Here we go to the next question. Pretty simple one. Now I am assuming that you would have contemplated how to solve these questions very easily, isn't it? So the first question says again the same thing, x plus y equals to 3. Find either x or y, does not make a difference. So you have got here 4x and 3y. So let's find x here. X is equals to 3 minus y. Put the value of x here in the second equation. You'll get 4. In place of x you will write 3 minus y, isn't it? In place of x you will write 3 minus y. Minus 3y equals to 26. 4 3s are 12 minus 4y minus 3y and is equals to 26. Minus 4 minus 3 minus 7. I will send that minus 7 to that side. So it will become plus 7y equals to, I'll send this 26 to this side. So it will become 12 minus 26. 12 minus 26 is nothing but minus 14 is equals to 7y. So 7 will cancel it, minus 2, and hence you got y is equals to minus 2. Once you got y equals to minus 2, very easily put it this here. So you will get x is equals to 3 minus of minus 2. You will get 3 plus 2, that is 5. I hope you all got it, isn't it? So I'm assuming right now that by this time you would have already realized that how easy this method is. Super easy, okay? But there is one challenge here. And that challenge you probably would not have been able to see because I have shown you questions which are easy. So let me tell you which challenge does it have. So this methodology has a challenge. So let me show you here. So here we have got the same answer, x equals to 5 and y equals to -2. But say for example, the challenge which you will face here is, you have got the second equation as 4x minus 3y equals to 26. That's fine. But if you get the first equation, so the first equation here is x plus y equals to 3. But if you do not get such a simple equation, rather you have got 26x minus 9y is equals to 15. Now it will be a nightmare for you, because here either you choose the first equation or you choose the second equation, does not matter. In both the cases, you will get x and y value pretty different and typical type of something in denominator. Then you have to put that value in the second equation. Then you will get more complex relations, more complex result. And then you need to do a heavy calculation to actually solve this and get the answer. That will be cumbersome and that will be really painful. So in these situations, we don't use substitution, and that's why substitution method is easy, but only for easy questions. Otherwise, it has got some limitation. Fine. So now I will be telling you another method, that is elimination method, which is there to solve these type of questions. Okay, so let's see them. So we have got a question. This question is again said to be solved by substitution method. So I am leaving this one question for you guys as a homework. So everyone, please note it down. This is your homework. So only one homework I am giving you. Here you can very easily choose first equation, because second is looking big, clumsy. You can find the value of y, because this is the only value which you will get without any denominator. So send this y to this side, you will get y equals to 2x plus 3. Put that value here and you will get the answer. Okay, I'll show you the answer as well, don't worry. So here we go. Answer or for x is -1 and for y it is 1. So -1 and 1, pretty simple. Try it out at least once. Next question. So this we are going to try using elimination. So everyone please pay attention. Now in elimination, what the name suggests? Name suggests eliminate, means remove out. So what do you have to remove? First of all, you will have to think. So means we have to remove a variable. Okay, variable, fine. Which variable? Now this is on you. You have to remove a variable, you have to do a elimination. So elimination of a variable, but which variable? That depends on you. So you can take any random variable, I don't mind. So either you can take x or you can take y. Let me take x. Okay, so if I take x, now I'll tell you the method. So whatever variable you choose, that is up to you. Now after that you have to listen to me. That you have to take care that you make the coefficients of this variable equal, whichever variable you have chosen. So I have chosen x, I have to make their coefficient equal. So if I have got here the variable coefficient as 2 and here the coefficient as 3, means my objective is to make both of them equal. So the easiest way as of now is that multiply the first equation with this number 3 and multiply the second equation with this number 2. Means multiplying the equations with other coefficient. First equation with the second coefficient, first equation with the second coefficient, and second equation with the first equation's coefficient. What benefit it will give you? How it will make your work easy? If you will multiply them, this 3 has been sent here, it has been multiplied. If you will multiply this entire equation by 3, 3 2s are 6x, 3 3s are 9y is equals to 3 into 0, 0. Okay. Similarly, 2 into 3, 6x, 2 into 4, 8y, and 2 into 5, 10. Fine. Now you would say how it has been easy now. So now it is easy because you have got these two equations, one variable coefficient equal, means x, coefficient of x is at least equal now. The benefit it will give you is that now you can outrightly subtract this second equation from the first equation. You can do equation 1 minus equation 2. So whenever you subtract, you have to do a minus sign. So change the sign. So it will become minus 6x, minus 8y, and this will become minus 10. 6x minus 6x cancelled, 0. 9y minus 8y, it's only y. 0 minus 10, it's minus 10. So what you have got? You have finally got y is equals to minus 10. Y is equals to minus 10. Yes, yes. So we have got y equals to minus 10, and if you put this value, same value y equals to minus 10 in any of these equations, either the first or the second, you'll get the answer of x. Let's put it in the first one. So if I put it in the first, y equals to minus 10, so 3 into minus 10, minus 30, minus 30 going to this side. So you will get what? 2x is equals to plus 30, means x is equals to 15. I hope you all would have got it, isn't it? So this is the easy method. Fine. So what we have to do, I am again reiterating. We have to choose a variable, either x or y. We have to make their coefficient equal. Either you take the LCM or you just crisscrosses. You just multiply this coefficient in the first equation, this coefficient in the second one, and you just do that. It's pretty simple. Once you multiply them, you will make the coefficients equal. Thereafter, you should subtract to make them 0. Sometimes subtract, sometimes add also. I'll show you that as well. So subtract or add, whatever. Once that variable is gone, only one variable will be remaining and you will be getting the value of that. Once you get one variable's value, you can put it in any one of the equation, you'll get the another value. Okay, let me show you the solution as well. So 15 and minus 10, the same what we got. Okay, chalo, let's move on. I'll show you a few more questions so that you should be clear. Now, we have got 3x minus 5y minus 19 equals to 0 and minus 7x plus 3y plus 1 equals to 0. Fine. Again, elimination method, so we have to choose one variable. It's up to you, whatever you choose. So first, previous time I chose x, this time I'll choose y. Let me choose that I have to eliminate y. So if I have to eliminate y, I will do one thing, that I will have to equate the coefficient. I'll have to make the coefficient equal. Here it's 5, here it's 3. Multiply the equation. The first equation with the second coefficient, that is 3. And the second equation with the first coefficient, that is 5. Multiply it. Just simply multiply it. Okay. So if you are going to multiply it, so 3 into 3, that is going to be 9x. 3 into minus 5, that is going to be minus 15y. 3 into minus 19, 3 into minus 19, minus 57 equals to 0 into 3, that is 0. 5 into minus 7, that is minus 35x, and 5 into 3, did I do something? Okay, by mistake it happened, sorry for that. Okay, so I was saying that you have to multiply this first equation by 3 and the second one by 5. So 3 3s are 9x and then minus 15y and then minus 57 equals to 0. 5 7s are minus 35x and then plus 15y and then 5 1s are 5 equals to 0. Now here, in the first one, what I have taught you that you have to subtract them. But please pay attention here, you don't need to subtract. If this is your first equation, this is your second equation, even if you add, your work would be done. Why? Because here you have got different signs. If you simply add them, see here what will happen, minus 15y plus 15y, what they will give? They will give 0, they will get cancelled out, so 0y. And 9 minus 35, I guess you all know that, so it's 26, minus 26x. And minus 57 plus 5, minus 57 plus 5 is nothing but minus 52. Minus 52 equals to 0. So if you will send it to that side, you will get minus 52 equals to 26x, which you can solve and you will get x is equals to minus 2. Isn't that simple? Huh? So x equals to minus 2, you have got that's the answer. You can send this x equals to minus 2 here. So 3 into minus 2, let me put it in the first equation itself. So 3 into minus 2, we have got minus 6. Minus 6 minus 19. So minus 6 minus 19, minus 25. Minus 5y. So I'll write minus 25 minus 5y equals to 0. That side, solve it, you'll get y equals to minus 5. Bale. Fine. Chalo, so this was easy, I guess. It was not so tough, isn't it? So once you have got it, here we go to the next one. So here x equals to minus 2 and y equals to minus 5. The same what we also got. Moving on to the next question, see here. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes a man perfect, isn't it? That's why we are doing so much of questions, so much of practice. Fine, so the next question says, solve the following pair of equations by elimination method. Okay, let's do that. But here I would not say equate the coefficient. You can, but I would first of all suggest you kindly take the LCM and make this equation look a little beautiful. So the first one which you can write here, is this one. So x by 2 minus y by 9 equals to 6, doing blah blah blah, 9x minus 2y, and in the denominator you will get 9 to the 18, 18 will go to this side, so 6 into 18. So if I'm not wrong, 6 into 18 is like 108, yeah. So you can very easily do that, 108. Fine. Similarly, you will do for here as well. So taking the LCM and doing blah blah blah, you will get 3x plus 7y equals to 105. I did it in my mind, so don't think that how I have written that. Okay. Now, again, you have to actually equate the coefficients. So you can choose any one of them, either y or x, does not matter. So I would like to choose x, y, because again see, if I choose x, I have to equate this coefficient. First coefficient is 9, second coefficient is 3. You might be thinking, okay sir, multiply the first equation by 3 and second by 9, and that will give you equal coefficient. 9 3s are 27, 9 3s are 27. But I would suggest you, why are you doing that much? Don't you feel that if you just multiply the second equation by 3, your job is done? Isn't it? 3 3s are 9x. See here, you have got 9x, 3 7s are 21y, and 315. So what happened right now, that the first equation is already having a 9x, and for me it is possible to bring the other equation in this first format just by multiplying the number in second one. I don't need to multiply the first one, or if you want to show it, you can just show that I have multiplied the first equation with 1 only, so it does not make a difference. So the idea is that you don't need to every time multiply by crisscross. Sometimes your work can be easier, and how would you know that? If you take the LCM of these two numbers, you'll find 9. So if LCM is already existing in one of the numbers, then it is not required to get multiplied. Okay, so what I'll do here, the first equation is already here, 9x minus 2y equals to 108, and the second one, this modified one which we have written, 9x plus 21y, 9x plus 21y equals to 315. Now here you'll have to do what? Subtraction or addition. So you should know, whenever the signs are same, they can, if you will add them, they will not get cancelled. So you need to subtract them. That is the only thing, because in subtraction we change the sign. So here if it is 9x, it will become minus 9x, minus 21y, minus 315y. Okay, if you have subtracted it, now the answer would be easy. 9x gone, minus 2 minus 21, that will be minus 23y, and then equals to 108 minus 315. So it's going to tell me that 108 minus 215, I guess this is minus 207 if I am not wrong, minus 207, I don't know, maybe. So y is equals to minus 207 upon minus 23. You have to actually solve it, and if I am not wrong, you will be getting here 9. Y is equals to 9. That is what you should get. Okay, so y is equals to 9. Once you have got y equals to 9, put it in any of the equation. Let's put it in the first one. So 9 upon 9, 9 upon 9 is 1. Send this 1 to this side, so it will become plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7. So you have got x by 2 is equals to 7, means x is going to be equals to 14. Balle balle. Yes, understood? Chalo, if you understood, let me show you the solution as well. Y is 9 and x is 14. See here, y is 9 and x, sorry, the text is a bit, means it's getting cut. So x is 14 and y is 9. Balle balle. Okay, fine. Chalo, let's move on. Oh wow, that was all for today's session. So those who have enjoyed the session, those who liked it, do not forget to like the video and share it with your friends. At the same time, if you want to continue your learning journey and make it very awesome, in fact more awesome than right now, then you can join the Vedantu's live session along with me and many other master teachers. What you need to do, you just need to go to this link, vdnt.in/YTPRO. This is in small letters, this is in capital letters, so write it as it is. Don't mix up with capital and small. Once you go here, so you will be finding a page like this where you have to select your grades, then select your target CBSE, ICSE, Maharashtra board. Thereafter you'll get a page like this. Here you need to click on get subscription. Once you click here, you will be shown 1 month, 3 month or 6 month subscription. All the charges would be written here. Whatever plan suits you, click on that plan. Whatever amount would be shown to you. Here you need to put the coupon code HPE Pro. HPE. Harsh Priyam English PRO. Okay, Pro. So HPE Pro. You need to put it here. So whatever is the discounted amount, on this also you'll get an extra discount, and finally your payable amount will be a little less. Okay, so you can join this session and you can do balle balle with me and many other master teachers. Yes, of course. Fine. So I will be waiting for all of you guys in this subscription session, live session. We have a lot of fun there and a lot of learning there. Students really enjoy it. You can take the feedback from any of your friends who have joined Vedantu, or who, if any one of you which you find on YouTube or somewhere else, you can take them feedback. Okay. So with this, it's time to say goodbye. See you all guys in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Take care and good night. Bye bye.